You're probably tired, not because life is difficult, but because you're fighting the same battle again and again and again. You tell yourself, this is the last time. You make sincere tawbah. You feel guilty, you cry, you promise Allah, I'll never do it again. Then a few days pass, maybe a few weeks, and somehow you find yourself right back where you started. Now the guilt feels even heavier. You begin thinking, what's wrong with me? Maybe I'm just a hypocrite. Maybe Allah is tired of forgiving me. If those thoughts ever crossed your mind, don't ignore the next few minutes, because shaytan wants you to believe that repenting a sin means Allah has stopped loving you. But the Qur'an teaches us something very different. Allah says in Surah Az-Zumar, say, O my servants who have transgressed against themselves, do not despair of the mercy of Allah. Indeed, Allah forgives all sins. Indeed, it is He who is the most forgiving, the most merciful. Think about those words. Allah didn't say, my servants who only sinned once. He said, my servants who have transgressed against themselves. Allah already knew there would be people who struggle, people who fall, people who keep fighting the same temptation. Yet His first message wasn't, I've given up on you. His first message was, do not despair. That's powerful because one of shaitan's greatest tricks isn't making you commit the sin. It's making you believe there's no point returning after it. He whispers, you've already failed. Look how many times you've done this. Allah won't forgive someone like you. But those whispers directly oppose what Allah says. Allah tells you not to lose hope. Shaitan tells you to give up. Whose words are you going to believe? Now that doesn't mean we become comfortable with sin. It doesn't mean we say Allah will forgive me anyway. No, a believer hates the sin, even while struggling against it. Every time you feel regret, every time your heart feels heavy, that's not a sign your heart is dead. It's a sign it's still alive. The dangerous moment isn't when you sin, it's when the sin no longer bothers you. So if you're still feeling guilty, thank Allah, because your heart is still fighting. Now ask yourself honestly, what keeps leading you back? Is it your environment, your phone, certain friends, being alone late at night, stress? Figure out the door and close it. Because tawbah isn't just asking for forgiveness, it's changing the path that keeps leading you there. Will you still struggle? Probably, yeah. Will you fall again? Maybe. But every single time, stand back up. Every single time, return to Allah. Because Allah never gets tired of the servant who sincerely returns to Him. The only person who benefits when you stop making tawbah is shaitan. So don't give him the victory. Tonight, instead of saying, Ya Allah, I promise I'll never sin again, say, Ya Allah, I'm weak. Without your help, I can't leave the sin. Strengthen my heart and never let me give up on your mercy. Because the believer isn't the one who never falls. The believer is the one who never stops returning. But there's something else that many of us forget. When we keep falling into the same sin, we become so focused on our failures that we forget to look at our progress. Maybe a year ago that sin didn't even bother you. You committed it and moved on with your day. But today it hurts your heart. Today you feel the guilt. Today you make tawbah. Do you know what that means? It means your heart is changing, slowly but surely. Because a dead heart doesn't feel regret at all. A heart that's alive can't stay comfortable with disobeying Allah. And that's exactly why shaitan attacks you with hopelessness, because he knows if he can't make you love the sin, he'll try to make you hate yourself. He'll whisper, look at you, you're making tawbah again. What's the point? But Allah never says don't come back if you've already failed. In fact, Allah loves those who constantly return to Him, not because they never fall, but because they refuse to stay on the ground. So don't measure your relationship with Allah by how many times you've fallen. Measure it by how many times you've returned. Because every sincere tawbah you make is another step towards your Lord, and maybe the struggle you're fighting today is the very struggle that will bring you closest to Allah tomorrow. So don't stop making dua, don't stop making tawbah, and most importantly, don't stop believing that Allah's mercy is greater than your greatest mistake.